Impossible to explain. An aware mind, one that is conscious of itself, essentially differs from a mind that is ignorant of its contents and behavior. Even if these two kinds of mind share common contents, negative thoughts, for instance, they are quite different. The difference becomes clear only to those who have insisted on being passively observant of their mental activities. This difference arises from the actual presence of an observer in a conscious mind. This observer lacks life and presence in an inattentive mind, a mind that is not consciously aware of itself. Such a mind, even if it belongs to a prominent philosopher or psychologist who has done tons of research on the topic, has no concept of such an entity. Regardless of how much knowledge an inattentive mind may possess, it is in a state of absence. As we noted earlier, it is not possible to explain to other people the difference between this absence and presence. Only after experiencing the presence can one realize the absence. Of course, logically, this is inevitable, since no other option is imaginable. It is only after that moment of epiphany that one realizes he or she has spent a whole lifetime in absence and has actually never existed before. At that specific moment, the phrase "I am" bears a significantly different meaning. This should not be regarded as an exceptional communication problem between human beings. We can list many other similar communication problems. For example, it is absolutely impossible to explain the difference between red and green to a person who has been blind since birth. Actually, it is impossible to explain this difference, even for people who can see these colors. The only way for a blind person to understand the difference between red and green is to obtain a working visual system. Then he or she will see the difference between these two colors without needing any help from you, not even a single word, right? My apologies. It might be said that this book has left almost nothing for you. First, it snatched away your eyes, then your ears, and finally your whole body. You no longer see, hear, move, or even breathe. You no longer have an individual, unified, continual thinking self or any ground to stand on. You have even lost your friends and relatives, in whose place you have received pieces of bone and flesh. Sadly, if you are a man, you may never again be able to enjoy watching beautiful women. And if you are a woman, you may not take pride and pleasure in being the object of men's gazes. Even the taste of an amorous kiss has been lost. How far are those fiery kisses from the contact of pieces of flesh covering pieces of bone? In principle, I believe that whoever contemplates the issues raised in this book can no longer hold their previous views of the self and the human body. The depth and pace of being influenced by this discussion will differ from one person to the next, but self and body will have a different meaning for the readers of this book as soon as they start to seriously think about the questions asked in this text. But is the end that dismal and sad? No, it is not. The end of this story is neither dismal nor sad. As has been stated time and again by knowledgeable masters of self-knowledge, it is only after we deeply comprehend this groundlessness and experience this nothingness that we can apprehend the essence of our being. Only then can we achieve the deepest meanings and the most genuine and worthwhile spiritual experiences. Furthermore, the gurus have also made it clear that the mind does not actually lose anything after breaking away from the illusions we have discussed in this book. In other words, everything remains the same, and only the way of looking has been fundamentally transformed. Like it or not, according to the sages of self-knowledge, any spiritual understanding that we attain before we experience this nothingness is neither genuine nor authentic. At best, it is contaminated with illusion and fantasy. There is nothing more serious, necessary, or beneficial than human beings discovering how deep their illusion of self is. In the future, I will discuss how the understanding of this illusion of self can alleviate or even solve many fundamental personal and social predicaments. I have not discussed this issue here, but I understand that I owe it to the readers of this book. At this point, you have listened to the 14 videos of this book, which include the main parts except the personal note and about the author. If you found this book useful, interesting, or educational, or if it helped deepen your view of self-knowledge and self-discovery, please share these videos with others, like them, and subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, if this book has been meaningful to you, please consider ordering the book on Amazon using the link in the video description or pinned comment. Ordering the book helps support and promote this work, allowing these materials to reach more people and contribute to greater self-awareness in ourselves and others. You may also want to listen to these audiobook videos again and again. And of course, reading the book yourself can have an even deeper impact on your understanding, self-awareness, and direct recognition of the ideas presented here. I hope that by reading the book, you will finally receive its message, come to see your body as it is, and directly connect with this message. There are bodies there, but there is nobody there. There, you see the body, but not anybody.